What's up, everybody? My name's Tyler. You're watching Mom's Basement MMA. And joining me on the program today is a Bantamweight contender. She'll be making her pro MMA debut at Fury 102 on February 21st. Sam Brister's on the program today. Sam, welcome. Thank you for taking time out of fight camp to be on the People Show. Like having you here.
Always, always. I'm so happy to be on here. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Sam, first things first with you. Tell me why I haven't been seeing you lately. You are somebody I watched fight in CFFC. That was a few years back. You've gone away for a little while, and now I scroll on Instagram one day. I see your face on a Fury fighting poster, and we got a fight lined up. What's been going on with you over the past few years?
Honestly, a lot has gone on in the past just about 4 years. I was training at a whole different gym. I was living in a different state. Most people know I'm born and raised in New Jersey. Now living in South Florida. And honestly, after my last fight, I felt really good. I felt like it was definitely, one of my better performances. Definitely not my best performance. I think I know that this upcoming fight will be my best performance. But I just felt like after that fight, I had some stuff that I had to deal with, emotionally and physically as well. I mean, being a fighter, you're always dealing with injuries and all that good stuff. But I ended up, I want to say 6 months or so, maybe a little under a year, deciding that I kind of wanted something different. I wanted a different environment. And, that kind of led me to come to Florida. Um, Originally, I went to Tampa. I was, getting situated there. I moved alone away from friends, family. So, like, it was definitely very different. A huge growing experience, which I'm so grateful for. And that was, a big reason of why I did it. But when I was looking for gyms, once I got comfortable, I just felt like I wasn't really able to find a gym where I felt comfortable to make that next step, knowing that I was at the end of my amateur career and, was looking to go pro, maybe one more amateur fight and then go pro or whatever the case. But, it just didn't really seem right anywhere. Like I didn't really feel like I had that sense of home at any of the gyms that I checked out. And, things ended up happening in a way where the lease that I signed with didn't work out. So, 7 months later, I ended up finding myself down here in South Florida and actually training after a little bit. I had to end up getting knee surgery and, obviously a bunch of other things happening in between. But once I was back and better, I heard of MMA Masters and I'm like, you know what, that's the gym I want to check out. And I don't know, I just had a certain feeling about it, something that like drew me to that gym and really just saw myself training there for long term. So I called them up. I made an appointment to go in, did team practice, and honestly, ever since then, I had no doubt that that's the gym for me. And I'm ready to now press forward and really kickstart my professional career.
Well, MMA Masters, I mean, obviously that's a gym that's loaded with talent. We have too many names that are just way too numerous to name. So I'm sure you're getting just amazing looks every single day. But for
Oh
you
yeah.
in particular, you get settled in your brand new gym. What made you decide that the pro route was the route for you? Because I feel like there are other fighters coming off of an injury, coming off of a multi-year layoff, they would say to themselves, I'm going to take one more amateur tune-up fight, get another fight under my belt, and then go pro. You're not really doing that. You're going right into the pro ranks, and you're taking a tough fight too for your pro debut. Can you explain just kind of why is that the right path for you right now?
Because that's what I do. I feel like I thrive in like the craziness, and it may be on paper 4 years off, but I've been training hard enough where I feel comfortable doing this. I feel like it's the right step, and honestly, I have so much trust in my coaches that they're telling me that it's the right step. It's the right step. You know what I mean? Like even if it's not just something that I feel. I did kind of intend on doing an amateur fight, but I couldn't find one. A lot of females in certain divisions seem to be a little scared. Not sure why. Someone that hasn't fought in 4 years, but that's neither here nor there. This was the opportunity that I got presented with, and anytime that my manager at the gym brings me a name, I don't even look them up. Yes, sure, let's do it. Like I don't really care honestly if it's a tougher fight. I love that because it's giving me that potential to grow, and that's what I'm in fighting for. To be the best, not really take these cushioned fights or run away from fights because someone has a undefeated amateur record or whatever the case is. Like I'm ready for a good fight.
This will be a loaded question, but I'll scope it a little bit more from when you started with MMA Masters to present. Where do you feel your MMA game has evolved the most since you've been at your new gym?
Honestly, everywhere. Like, and it's funny too because I've been there for I'd say a little under a year now. I went to Jersey to go visit some family like about a month ago or so, and even like my old coaches and teammates noticed a pretty big difference as far as my game and whether it's striking, wrestling, judo, like everything I feel like has evolved so much because that gym is just like you said, full of talent, and I'm not going in there and playing patty cake. Like we're training hard. The people in there, like you have to go in there every day and you have to like really bring it because otherwise you're gonna get steamrolled and it's just you have to really be on top of your shit and make sure that you're evolving with everybody else. Otherwise, you're gonna just get left down below.
135 pounds, and I'm not quite sure how you make 135 pounds. I've seen you out there. You look pretty big, pretty muscular. That's got to be pretty tough for you to do. You got to be, I'm sure you got to be dialed in and ready to go in order to make that weight for somebody with your body type. But I wanted to like drill down on this whole 135-pound thing. Your weight class, when I look at the 135-pound weight class on the regional scene, I see a gulf of like discrepancies. And what I mean by that is you go into a pro fight, you could be fighting like a soccer mom who lost 100 pounds, or you could be fighting like an absolute killer who's only a few fights away from the UFC. And somebody like you must look at this and you must see like a ton of opportunity if you can get a fight.
Yeah, definitely big on that last part that you said. If I get a fight, which thankfully now that I do have one, but I mean, honestly, you're definitely right. I have fought people with a lot of different structures to them, and just even seeing whether it's females or males, just how people walk around at different weights. But you know what? I think my biggest concern at the end of the day is if I'm doing the right things for my diet and making sure that I feel comfortable at that weight. And honestly, I'm still 5 weeks out and I feel absolutely amazing. I'm not far off. I think I'm exactly right where I need to be. And, I'm just doing everything right. I'm so dialed in and so focused because, I've had this time to, really not take this for granted. You know what I mean? It's like, it sucks that I haven't fought in a while, but it makes me so much more grateful for that opportunity and really makes me like humbled because I'm not doing anything to ruin this or to break my focus from what the end goal is.
Sam, and you have an opportunity here ahead of you where you're not just competing anywhere, you're competing for Fury FC. You're talking about one of the premier regional MMA promotions in the country. How stoked were you when your management got with you and said, "Yo, we got a fight for you with these guys"? What was your reaction to all that?
Oh, I was freaking ecstatic. I mean, I probably didn't even hear what promotion was for because the second you say I have a fight, boom, let's go, done. But being for Fury, even that much better. I am so happy that they were able to get me on the card, and I definitely hope to get a few fights in with them because I have another teammate that I'll be fighting on that card with as well. So I've heard very good things about them, and it's nice to have my pro debut for a serious promotion.
Tell me about this matchup. Your opponent, her name's Alivia Bierley. I think she's pretty good. What do you think about your opponent? And when you watch her film, what are some of the things that's kind of stand out at you?
To be honest, I'm not someone that really likes to focus too much on the person that I'm fighting. Which I don't mean that in an arrogant way. It seems like she has a decent game. I don't think it's better than mine. And
Mhm.
February, I definitely plan on proving that. But I kind of do let my coaches handle that a little more. We go over certain game plans and look to execute certain things, and just looking for certain openings. But I think that overall, if you focus more so on yourself and what you're doing to get to the absolute best, you're getting a bunch of different looks as it is. You know what I mean? You could drill certain things, but at the end of the day, like, what matters is making sure that I'm at my absolute best, and I think that's all you need.
For you, it's a opportunity to compete on a big stage. There's going to be people from all over the country, all over the world tuning in to watch this fight. And for the people at Fury FC and for everyone at home, what can they expect when they see you walk into the cage and make your pro debut here in a few weeks?
Making a statement. I'm coming for the win, but I'm trying to prove something. I definitely have had a lot of questions as far as are you still fighting? Are you doing this now? Are you doing that? No, fighting has always been the goal. Fighting has always been the number one and the only option. You know what I mean? So I think that I'm coming, and I'm ready to show that I'm back and I'm back to stay.
Well, Sam, I really appreciate the time. I know you're a busy person with fight camp and everything. And I want to actually give the mic over to you. I know that there are a lot of people that work with you behind the scenes to make sure that you're primed and ready to go. So if there are any sponsors you need to shout out or anyone that you'd like to thank or anything that you need to plug, let's do it.
Well, thank you, Tyler. I just want to definitely shout out my gym, my coaches. They are amazing. They've given me so much attention, and are really there for me, and I truly appreciate that. So all of my coaches, my teammates that push me every day, and show up, and we just grind together. So I they're always going to be the first shout out. But on top of that, all of my sponsors have definitely helped me out, getting me to be in the best shape, or even hooking me up with some awesome merch. They are definitely top tier. So shout out to Lenswood Designs, Line the Spine, Dynamic Wellness, Hayabusa. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting me, and I'm ready for us to get this W.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The fight, February 21st. Don't miss it. Sam, appreciate you being on the program, and I look forward to having you back very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tyler. I can't wait to talk to you after my win.